August to December are the months of performance, and January to July are the months of preparation. Now, we've already been through the months of preparation. A lot of you students have been preparing for various regulatory body exams and have successfully prepared in a very decent, dedicated, serious manner. Now is the time to perform. Now is the time to convert all of that preparation into positive performance, which can get you some results. So what was supposed to happen in January to July was pure preparation. You were not required to do anything else. But I also know at the same time that a lot of students have not been able to prepare in these months. So now the question arises, number one, for those students who have completed their preparation, how do they convert it into performance now? And secondly, to those students who have not done any preparation, so how do you prepare? And at the same time, how do you convert that preparation into performance as well in this limited time that you have? So I'm going to be talking about both of them, but I will be talking about both of them together because you can't create separate timetables anymore. You can't create separate plans anymore. You have to try and maximize your strengths, your performance, maximize your potential, and try and minimize your weaknesses. That is what you're supposed to be doing now. I will be taking you through a sample timetable, and that timetable will clarify to a very large extent as to how do you perform, how do you convert your prep into performance in this next 6 months. There are certain steps to perform, and I want to talk about those steps first, and then I'll take you through the sample timetable. Because in steps given, without these steps, you'll find it very difficult to understand and to materialize that timetable. Okay, number one, I've always said this, I've been saying it for a very long time. Pick your battles. Finalize a list of maximum, I'm repeating it again, maximum at this point, two exams that you can and you want to prepare for. It can also be one because we don't have enough time to prepare for multiple exams and then to perform. So if you've just started your preparation, if you've just decided that I want to start writing regulatory body exams, then the maximum number of exams is two that you prepare for. The minimum is one. You either prepare for RBI, NABARD, IRDAI, EPFO, UPSC Civil Services. These are all major exams that you have in front of you right now. Civil services, of course, is going to happen in the next year, but EPFO and civil services go together. So if you're going in that direction कि मुझे तो civil services वाले subjects के exams देने हैं, तो उन दोनों का साथ में you can create a timetable. So pick your battles. It's very important to finalize what direction do you want to go in. You cannot prepare for more than two exams. You can write more than two exams. Now these two things are different. What I'm saying is, I'm repeating it again. You can write more than two exams without preparing for them, just for experimentation. But you can't prepare for more than two exams. It's just humanly impossible, especially at this point. You can prepare for a maximum of two exams, and I would still recommend focus on one exam, prepare for it thoroughly, write it, and clear it. But write different exams as well, just for experimentation and getting comfortable with the process of examination writing. Okay. So this is first step. You have to first of all identify, finalize, okay, this is what I want to focus upon. These are the exams that are my exams now. Now, once you have done that, write down the syllabus and what all you need to cover in these examinations and note down what you have done already or what you're good at. For example, engineers are normally better at quant and reasoning. People from the south are normally better at English. In the northern belt of India, UP, Bihar, Haryana, people are normally not that, students are normally not that good at English, both writing as well as speaking. So note down what you're good at, what you're bad at, what have you done already in your school, college education, and what you've not done. For example, commerce students would be much better at knowing management, knowing finance than a student who's done graduation, let's say in political science or any other humanities subject, or even an engineer. So note down on a piece of paper or in an Excel sheet what you have done and what is left. And once you've done that, then create a timetable to cover the remaining subjects one by one and give it half a day. It's very important to not put all your eggs in the same basket, which also means it is important not to study just one thing the entire day or go in just one direction the entire day. So, half the day you spend on covering the subjects that you've never read, basically your weaknesses. So, half day is going there, and half the day is going on subjects that you have already read. So, basically, your strong areas. So, you are revising your strong areas in this remaining half day. That is how you improve. That is how you make sure that you're taking all of this together. Okay. Create a weekly timetable of tests as well, and you start with one test every week, and then you can increase it to two tests every week. Don't worry about this one. I will just showcase it to you through a sample timetable that I've created for you guys. Okay. So I've created a sample timetable for RBI and IRDAI together. How do you prepare for both of them together? You identify your strengths and weaknesses or whatever you covered, whatever you not covered here, and you also identify the overlapping subjects and the separate subjects. So overlapping subjects in RBI and IRDI are quant, reasoning, English, current affairs, and management. And the separate subjects which are not overlapping, which you have to cover separately for both the exams, are finance, ESI, insurance, and ESI impacting insurance. There are certain overlaps between ESI and ESI impacting insurance, but not complete overlaps. That's why I'm assuming them to be separate subjects. Okay, we've done that. We've identified the overlapping subjects. So we cover overlapping subjects together and we cover separate subjects one by one. What have I covered? Let's assume that I'm done with quant, I'm done with reasoning, I'm done with English, I'm done with management because I'm from a commerce background, I'm done with finance, I'm done with ESI, I'm done with insurance. Let's assume that. So I've been a serious student in the past 6 months, I've read a lot of subjects, but at the same time, there are certain subjects that are left. What are the subjects that are remaining? There is current affairs, there is ESI impacting insurance. These are the subjects that I have not yet covered, so these are remaining subjects. So now the question arises, how do I create a timetable around it? Okay, let me create a timetable. Everything should be done or can be done week-wise. I prefer to do it week-wise for the simple reason that, as I said in other videos as well, it's not too long, not too short. So what happens is you give yourself enough time to improve in a subject, but at the same time you're not giving yourself too much time, so you don't deviate from your plan. Okay, you get a chance to come back to your plan every week. So in week one, I will pick up certain things in the morning, certain things in the afternoon. For example, in the morning, I want to, number one, first of all, cover new subjects that I've never covered till now. So ESI impacting insurance is something that is remaining. I've never covered it. So I pick it up in the morning. Okay. Current affairs, because in both RBI and IRDAI, current affairs has heavy weightage. Therefore, every evening, irrespective of what's going on in the morning and the afternoon, every evening I'm just reading current affairs for 2 hours. So it continues with current affairs only, nothing else. Evening 2 hours. Morning 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever you can allocate, you allocate first of all to completing subjects that you've not covered till date. And afternoon you spend on quant, reasoning, or English, any one of these three, for the simple reason that they have heavy weightage in phase one of both the exams. That is why we don't want to, unless you're very good at quant, reasoning, English, you don't want to miss out on phase one. Therefore, and the exams can come anytime. Therefore, every afternoon, 3 to 4 hours, I'm spending on quant, reasoning, and English, one subject at a time. Week one, I start with quant. Week two, I change. Every Sunday, as I said, we start with one test every week. So every Sunday is going to be a test day. I will take one complete test of RBI and one complete test of IRDI. I'm giving you a sample timetable. The detailed timetables are provided in the description, so you can have a look at those. Then we come to week two. Now we've started with current affairs. We're done with ESI impacting insurance. Therefore, now I have to revise. I have to revise these subjects one at a time. I've already started with quant. Now, what is the next most important subject? Management. Management is overlapping also. So now the morning time has changed. It is not only for covering new subjects, it is also for revision. Why? Because I've all covered all the new subjects. Let's say management was a subject that you've not covered so far. So it was here rather than up here. It is not here. It was here. Let's assume that. Even then, management will come here, right? So management in the morning, 3 hours. Reasoning in the afternoon for 3 hours approximately, and current affairs remains in the evening. In current affairs, you are supposed to do RBI 247 number 1, BIB 247 number 2, then Spotlight number 3, and topic based current affairs number 4. Topic based current affairs primarily contains of reports and schemes. These are the two major divisions of topic based current affairs. Okay, so this is what you do in the afternoon. And in the evening, again, Sunday is locked for only tests. You don't read anything, you just take these tests and then you analyze these tests. Week 3, you pick up another subject, let's say insurance. Insurance you've already covered before, so you're going to revise it. So 3 hours every day. You would not need 6 days, probably 2-3 days. As soon as you're done with the revision, you pick up the next subject. English, you spend an entire afternoon for 6 days revising and practicing English, and current affairs stays the same. So I'm giving you a sample as to how you can create a timetable, an efficient, effective, useful timetable for yourself. And through these kind of timetables, combining different subjects, different examinations, you can convert your preparation and take it beyond preparation towards performance. That is how you can do it. Now, I'm coming back to the same thing. The first half of the year, every year, and I've been saying it for the last 6-7 months. A lot of students have listened to it and they've taken it seriously as well. January to June, sometimes to July, sometimes to May, it keeps changing. But approximately the first half of the year is specific to preparation. But now we are in the second half of the year, which is specific to performance. So if you have not yet prepared, then combine preparation and performance the way I've done it here. If you've already prepared well, then purely focus upon performance through revision. Revise as many times as possible. Here also you will see I will repeat the cycle. So week 1, ESI impacting insurance, week 2, management, week 3, insurance, week 4, finance. As soon as I'm done with finance, then week 5, ESI, and my syllabus is complete. So I come back to this then. I come back to ESI impacting insurance in week 6, then week 7, management. So I repeat. The more times I repeat, the better I get at my prep, the better my performance will be. So that is what students who've already prepared can focus upon: performance through revision, performance through tests. These are the two things that are going to take you beyond being an aspirant towards being a successful student. Okay, so that is all from my side for this session. I hope you've understood what am I trying to say and how are you supposed to be doing it. If you want to not stay an aspirant by the end of this year and want to land a job, not just a job, a lifestyle, a career that matters, a career that is going to take you beyond just being an aspirant or being an employee towards something bigger. Okay, that is all from my side. All the best. Bye bye.